there's one thing for certain, it's that Eddie Murphy is and has always been awesome. He's even when he's playing the straight man, which he kind of has to play here. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Popcorn with Grant, everybody. We're here to talk about another movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is You People. You People is directed by Kenya Barris, best known as the creator of Blackish, as well as writing on a few films, including The Cheapest by the Dozen reboot and Barbershop 3. And it is he co-wrote the script with Jonah Hill, who also stars. He plays Ezra, who is a young man, a podcaster, and he is a Jewish American, and one who hosts a podcast with his best friend, played by Sam Jay, that is about race and race relations. Between these two best friends and the world at large, they talk about various topics. One day, he meets cute with a young woman that at first he believes is, and somewhat embarrassingly, is his Uber driver, and it turns out they end up laughing about the coincidence and really develop a connection. The young woman's name is Amira. She is played by Lauren London. And it's time to meet the parents, and it's time for the parents to meet each other. Classic thing. He's from a more traditional Jewish family, whose parents are very, very offbeat and awkward anyway. They are Shelley, who can never seem to say the right thing, and often it says it very stupidly and very ignorantly. She is played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And Father Arnold, played by David Duchovny, who's really into the rapper Exhibit, which is like the whole joke of his character, as well as his sister Liza, played by Molly Gordon, fresh off of her debut in the Sundance Film Theater Camp, which we'll be talking about very soon, hopefully. On Amir's side is her parents, her mother Fatima, played by Nia Long, and in particular, what is essentially our other main character, a fellow by the name of Akbar, played by the great Eddie Murphy. Now, Akbar, of course, and Fatima are Muslim, and they have raised their daughter in a Muslim household. It turns out that is a complicated subject for Ezra's family, and it only goes down from there. To say that the two sort of collective families do not make the best first impression of each other is an understatement. But as this culture clash begins to happen, can Ezra win the approval of Akbar and win his daughter's hand? It turns out it's going to be not as easy as Ezra thinks. And will Akbar learn that there's more to this young man named Ezra than he initially thought? And maybe he is just the right person for his daughter. Let the cultures clash and the comedy and insight begin. So, You People is interesting. It's a film that I really liked a lot. And it's all the more disappointing because I really wanted to love it. Because I think that the premise of this movie, though coming from sort of familiar ground of things like Meet the Parents or even something like Why Him, what makes it work is not only the interplay between Jonah Hill, who co-wrote the screenplay, of course, and Eddie Murphy, it's also the fact that there's also a little bit like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner in here, but kind of reverse, so I guess Guess Who, which wasn't a very good movie, but like, whatever, mixed in with the Meet the Parents thing. And what I like about it is Kenya Barris co-writing and directing this actually really excited me, because on Blackish and his other work, even weirdly enough, his Cheaper by the Dozen reboot, there is this genuinely thoughtful conversation of a sort of mixed race families and race relations and the way that it is now in today's world, and he really does provoke a lot of thoughtful and very funny conversations about it, and also just what it's like to be black in America, like in Blackish in particular. and to be young and different generations of people in this country. That stuff, though, that really works on Blackish and his other stuff, I didn't really find enough of it here in You People. Now, there are things that are there. There's one scene in particular between Lauren London and Julia Louis-Dreyfus where she finally basically tells Dreyfus how she really feels about her behavior. That really lands and is a really terrific scene. It's really well written. It's really well delivered by Lauren London and by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And I thought that they genuinely... Those scenes, though, are kind of pockets in a pretty conventional romantic comedy. And I was kind of bummed about that, because I felt like, man, there really was an opportunity to make sort of that kind of movie, because this is his first, like, feature film that he's directed, to really make an interesting satire about this subject matter. However, I will say this, I really do like Kenya Barris' style as a director. He does a good job. There's a lot of really interesting transitions he puts in there. His shots are very, very well done. The cinematography is very good. The score and the music and the songs on the soundtrack are very well chosen. Particularly one particular Kanye West and Jay-Z song that becomes sort of a satirical plot point in one of the better moments. You know the song, I'm not going to say the name of it. And the movie does ultimately work, but man, there really was sort of an interesting way to do something that was sharper and cut a lot deeper. This feels a little too safe, a little too ordinary. It's kind of the way I felt with a much different subject matter in something like Call Jane last year, which was about, women's rights and about, abortion and stuff. Where that movie also, my biggest gripe with it is I thought it was ultimately a very good film, but I thought that it was too insular and didn't really show, the larger thing. But again, there is those pockets of insight. I also liked one in which Sam Jay basically talks to the Jonah Hill character about how, though basically that they're good friends, said that I genuinely believe that black people and white people can never be cool, and he questions this, and Sam Jay says, well, compares it to, like, a relationship that goes very poorly, like a romantic relationship. I thought that was actually really interesting. And there are things like that are, like, really, really good, and really, really thoughtful, and really, really funny. But to me, though, they seem like individual moments in a familiar through line instead of being the general focus of the movie. If I felt like those were the general focus, if that was the general focus of the conversation of the movie, and not just... It felt more like... Let me put it this way. It felt more like it was more about him trying to impress the soon-to-be father-in-law on a more baseline level and not a thoughtful, satirical conversation. That's my problem, as I felt like if the whole movie was like that. But despite that, I do very much recommend You People. I think it's a funny movie. I think it's a thoughtful movie. I think it's a moving film at times. I think it's a sweet film. But man, it was so close to being a great movie. It was so close to getting 5 stars. It was kind of one of those movies... Or even 4.5 stars. It was one of those movies that was really close to being, like, one of the early contenders for, like, the best of lists for me. I feel like if they kept working on it a little longer and really, made it a little different, this could have been kind of a great movie. It just has to settle for being a very good one. But still, it's very good. And I'm going to give You People 4 out of 5 stars. I really do recommend this film. I know it sounded like I was down on it. I'm really not. I really did enjoy it. But... it really... And the other thing, too, is that the first, 30 minutes of the movie kind of almost feels like another movie from the rest of it, in a way, and that was the first 30 minutes were the best chunk of the movie to me. I feel like if the rest of the movie had the kind of bite of that first 30 minutes, it would be great. But it's still good. It's still a good movie. 4 out of 5 stars for You People. Let's book on it. Trailer trash, none. Watched it on Netflix. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright. we will be back tomorrow for All Quiet on the Western Front. Tuesday is Triangle of Sadness. Wednesday is 80 for Brady. Thursday is Knock at the Cabin and Skinamarink. Friday is Sword Art Online, the movie, the new one. And then Sunday is our epic best and worst of stream. And once again, thank you to Jared Runner for the terrific thumbnails. He's an absolute, beast. He's been making these thumbnails for me, and thank you, brother. Like, really, I gotta, yeah. Just amazing, man. Anyway, yeah, so, that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment even if you say Grant I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me else or reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Raisin Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raise Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raisin Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raisin on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of You People? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.